Hi, welcome to the vlog again. We're going to look at the box that was sent to me from FeedStim. Now this wasn't ever going to be an easy video to do. When I opened this box and I looked at it, I thought, what exactly am I going to do with this? How do you actually do a review on bait making stuff? How's that possible? I keep on looking at that there. Let's just change this round. Now this was a problem. When I opened this box, there was a reality that bit straight at me here on this. Is how do I do a review on some of the products from these? Feed Stimulants, FeedStim is the company. They're from Holland and they make actually baits and enzymes and everything to do with bait making. But the thing with this is that if you do a review on this, it's not like you're reviewing a charger or a bait crusher or anything like that where you can physically see it. Let's just straighten this up a little bit better. It's something completely different, which I can talk about, but the proof is in the pudding. So what I've got to do with this is, in the end of February, early March, I'm going to talk to somebody who knows more about these, who well, this is what he does. Can you see the dilemma I've got? It's not an easy review to do. Now, a lot of people won't know what these products do because they go into a shop, they buy the bait, and they have no idea what this is for. They don't have a clue. And to be fair, neither do I. I don't have a clue of a lot of the bait ingredients that are here in front of me. So what I've got to do is look at my actual computer, click on the website, which is FeedStim, to understand what some of them do. For instance, I mean, I use enzymes a lot. Now, once they're digesting the bait and it's easier for them to digest it, the bait's better for the fish. But also, because the bait becomes sticky and they can pick up on this, the triggers from this kind of reaction to bait makes fish feed. It stimulates fish and it's used in fish farming, that kind of thing. But a lot of people don't realise this, and forgive me, I'm not an expert on this. It's just something I work with from time to time in my own fishing. For instance, like I've got this enzyme treated yeast. Can you see that there? What's that for? Now this tells you it's not for human consumption, but put 10 to 20 ml into your dry mix. But you can also use it in your ground baits, your spod mixes, your particle mixes, that kind of thing. And just also put some of it on your bait and leave it for 2 or 3 days. And then the enzymes start attacking the amino acids and store it in a good place as well. Use it straight away after 3 days. I suggest that because otherwise the enzymes start breaking down the bait and you end up with a bag of mush. So that's why I use enzymes when I go fishing, you know, especially in winter. It's a great attractor. So you can understand what my problem is there. It's very fishing related, and when one of my friends comes over at the end of February, he's going to the Manchester show and he's going to come back here and we're going to talk about these things. So I think this is best if we do this with a chat with Graham. But I'm also going to do it as a result of my fishing, so you can see I'll talk about it while I'm fishing. So that's hence why it works. So there's things like in here, like to go into your mixes and your bait mixes, like fresh crayfish meal. See that? There's a lot of different things here, you know. Feed stimulants, pumpkin seed, toasted. There's a lot. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things here that needs more explanation. Super Stim. Feed inducers. It'll stimulate feeding trigger. That's what it does. Liquid wheat hydrate. So what does liquid wheat hydrate do? I'll explain. It's a digestible starch with complex sugars, enzymes, and minerals. Unless you knew what this did, you wouldn't have a clue what I was talking about. It's like when you get your bellatane, you know, and your yeast extract, like this kind of stuff. It's all used to aid the feeding of fish, feed stimulators. So anyway, the link below is from this company, which is FeedStim. Only off reflection, there's a lot of products in there. When you read the descriptions of the products, go to the website, have a look, have a read of it, and it'll give you a better understanding, because it's a great website. It tells you exactly what they do, and it tells you the quantities you need to put in your baits. So as a result of that, it increases the chances of you catching, because it's using the bio of the bait making to create triggers. That's what it's doing. So this is why it's hard to do a review on it, but I can talk about it. And it's for you. It's for you to make your own mind up whether you're going to buy these kind of things and whether you're going to use them in your own fishing. But I do use the enzymes, so there's a lot of things in here that are perfect for me. You know, like these concentrated. You know, like you get your pop, you get your mineral and you add water to it. You know, some of this is concentrated stuff and you'll get a lot out of it. So a little bottle like that will last you a long way. Now, this is just a feed-inducing flavour, right? So this is sweet cherry. Now, a lot of the guys who make baits for a living, they go to FeedStim and they put them into their baits in a small amount, the amount they can afford to put into the baits. But this is about you. Now, there's also a book from Anthony Woods, who's written a book about making baits, and a lot of the stuff in here and other ingredients from other companies are in that book. So it's worth, on the drop down below there's an Amazon link to buy the book. So if you're unsure of how to make baits, Anthony's, this is a good book. Have a look at it. It's got a load of different ingredients, different recipes of how to make boilies, how to make baits. Get the book, start learning how to make your own baits. So you can buy the baits off the shelf, but it's up to you what you want to do. So what I'm politely saying here is that this gives you the option to learn something new from fishing. So this isn't exactly a review, it's just a random waffle about a box of gear that's been sent to me, where a lot of the stuff I've got to do some learning myself. There's a lot of learning I need to do on it, which is great, because if you can learn, forgive me, I'm still full of a cold as you can hear, if you can learn these things for your own fishing, you can only benefit from it. So that the website is FeedStim. So I'm actually glad that they sent that box to me, because the whole concept of making bait is something I'd like to do, but to be honest, my wife would kill me if we start making a lot of baits again. It's interesting. It's very interesting, really, when you think about it, what you can actually do with your baits. So you can use your existing bait company's baits that if you've got a loyalty to, some people got a loyalty to bait companies, and you can add some of these attractors to improve it a little bit. Now, they may already have their attractors in the bait and they might tell you not to do that, but if you're putting some active yeast, and be careful on enzymes and that kind of thing, with enzymes, you've got to store them at the right temperature, and don't like kind of put them on your baits and forget it for 2 weeks, it will be mush. I said that before, it will be mush. So you can actually do the things that you want to do, put the enzymes on your baits and create a better trigger, put some of the flavouring in it. And look at the website and have a look. So when Graham comes over, one of my pals is going to come over and see me at the end of February, we'll talk about this in more depth. And then as time goes by over the year, I'll explain what I've got in the bait or on the bait and what bait it is. And the baits are going to change and vary, because that's the way I want to do it. You know, I don't need to do it the way where we kind of, as some people like to say, loyal. All of this I do for the sake of doing the video. Don't do it to try and get free gear. So you can learn from this. This is the whole point of the videos. You can learn, you can look at things. When people send things, they can learn, they can look at things. So when the company sends stuff for a review, what I actually do is I ask them to collect it and get it sent back after the review. And that way I've not got a load of stuff knocking about and don't get people pestering me. Right or wrong, that's what I do. So these reviews aren't done for me to collect fishing tackle. It's for you to learn these things. And without you learning the same as me, how can we survive and do better in our fishing? How can we do things better? That's what I think about it. So there we go. I will talk about this during my fishing and what additives I'm putting in on the videos. and I will keep you informed, you know. For instance, the last time I went fishing and I ended up with this chest infection, I caught a fish because I used the pop-ups sent to me from FeedStim. I was happy with them. They sell them already made pop-ups on the website. Check the website out again. Anyway, if you like these kind of videos, like and subscribe. Sorry, this isn't really a review. It's a random waffle about a box full of bait that's been sent to me that I've now realised after spending a couple of weeks that it's going to be a long process of understanding what the baits are. So guys at FeedStim, thank you very much. Big thumbs up. I really enjoy you sending that, and I've got a lot to learn, and I appreciate the learning process because this is what fishing is all about. I'm not an expert. There's loads I can learn yet. But thanks for watching the video. Good to see you again.
What do you desire? What makes you itch? What sort of a situation would you like? What would you like to do if money were no object?